Hey, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
hold on, hold
the
on.
Whole thing.
posty thing
Hey,
was supposed to be a
I'm
good
Yo,
yo.
look.
Weekend.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something on stream right now, and if y'all are watching, y'all can look. I'm gonna go to
You
Google.
gonna
Let me
throw it
see.
back?
No. I'm gonna
Ah,
pause. I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna go to this album. I want to look at like just really production credits and shit like that. All right. So this is the what's the album called? Dawn FM. I really want to see like how it's created. Okay.
Yo, hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Mm, okay. So take my breath. Okay. All right. Let me just say this. Okay. I'm gonna just throw this out there. This is a quick take. This is stream. This is not my podcast. I ain't think about this too much. I'm going off for what you know. What I mean, this is chat nigga shit. If you're not in the Discord, you have to join the Discord. Come on, you gotta come link with us. But I'm thinking about this. I've heard this before. Now I don't know if you guys know this, and I'm not trying to, you know. What I mean, don't. Well, obviously, I should either not say it or it's just gonna be whatever. But I'll say it. From what I've heard, the majority of hits that y'all have heard from The Weeknd in the last few years has been written by Belly. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, I know who Belly
I
is.
was shocked by that too.
Yeah, I heard about him.
If well, well,
Belly?
well, you might have heard about him, but I don't know if you know that fact because I was shocked by that too. Because when I
I'm
thought about
shocked.
The Weeknd, I thought about The Weeknd as being one of the nicest with the pen because I credit him for a lot of some of the like that heyday or the best part of the OVO EXO. I credit him with being the pen that fueled Drake.
Hmm.
When I hear, and this is why I pull this up on the screen, I just looked at the credits and I searched Belly's real name. Ahmad Balshi. That's his real name. At least for what's on Wikipedia for this Dawn album, he's only credited on one song. Let me search it again. You'll see it pop up. You could probably guess what song it is. He's credited on Take My Breath. If we go back, so let's go back. What's his last album? Let's go back.
After hours.
We're not gonna go to the highlights. We're gonna go after hours, right? Let's go to. I'm gonna search his name again. Okay, here. All right, yeah. Balsh. Okay.
Damn.
His last album, Scared to Live, Snow Child, Faith, Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes, Save Your Tears, After Hours, deluxe bonus tracks, Nothing Compares. Yeah. Okay? I'm just
When did that
telling
release?
you. This is what niggas told me. I ain't gonna ever tell y'all who told me. Somebody who's really in the know. They said Belly wrote a lot of the songs we love from The Weeknd the last few years. Belly wrote the whole thing. That's what I heard.
Holy.
That's what I heard.
Holy.
the whole thing.
This is what I heard. This is why I took that info and I whatever.
Hey yo,
Hold on. I'm gonna go back and I'm doing this all in real time. This is not like some shit I prepared before the stream. So this was after hours. Let's go back again. The Weekend in Japan. I never heard of that.
I mean, to be
Hold on.
honest, it's not like it's like ghostwriting. He's credited for it, so you can't
I mean,
really.
No.
possible.
Listen. If you wonder why Belly not focused on his rap career, My Dear Melancholy, which is I think this is the EP.
Mm-hmm.
Try Me.
Amazing.
He's credited on. Let's keep going. Yeah, I told my party next door. From what I've heard, Belly is the party next door. You know how they say party next door for Drake? Belly, I've heard, is the party next door for The Weeknd. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Now, again, I'm a fan. I know they might be like, oh, Ak, you know more. Blah. Hey, I heard Starboy. Let's keep going again. Starboy. Look at this. Look at this album. You'll see the same name. Party Monster, False Alarm, Rockin', 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, that album fire.
You'll see constantly, if you wonder why the Belly ain't focused on his own album, he's credited. And just think about it. He don't sing. I can only assume he's writing. He's credited on the rest of these tracks. Now, I see some people say in the chat, I did not say this for y'all to say The Weeknd's a fraud.
I feel
This
sick.
is the music industry. To create songs at a high level when artists are on tour for pretty much almost half the year, it's impossible for those artists to create their album. In the recording process for these people is not them like writing for like 8 months, then recording for 4 months. They just record. These are songs, not rhymes and raps where it's about freestyling. You need to have carefully constructed songs. Now, I'm saying all these things to say I don't want to knock The Weeknd. The Weeknd is really talented. By the way, I hear The Weeknd has a really amazing pen. Just like even though you might think about Drake ghostwriter, I hear Drake is really talented as well with his pen. What every fan, and I had to learn as I got into the industry, it's impossible at the pace. Like, for example, okay, if well, it's still rap, so Kendrick shouldn't be taking 5 years. But like, yeah, if you have to write every single thing on your album, it's gonna take you like a couple years. Especially when you're busy with a million other things that you have to do for your last album. Do you understand what I mean? When these artists are now an entity that have to chime out and churn shit out, they enlist help. By the way, I'm pretty sure there will be like, they're probably not the happiest that I said this, right? And by the way, I never said that The Weeknd's not talented. I know he's supremely talented, but from what I hear that Belly's very, I hear like I'm gonna tell you when I was surprised because I never knew Belly to have the capability of doing this. So let me go back. It was this project, After Hours. When I heard, and this is just what I heard, when I heard that Blinding Lights was pretty much entirely written by Belly, I said, what the f***? No way a rapper wrote that shit. Didn't make sense to me. How? That nigga don't rap like that, whatever, but it shows that that's a very talented individual. Now, that's not a knock against The Weeknd. The Weeknd has made, like, honestly, and this is what I've like, you guys won't understand this term. Well, I think you will, because I know you guys are smart. But we have to really come to the realization that our favorite artists, we love The Weeknd for that trilogy that he created when he wasn't on tour all the time. He didn't have all the obligations. He was just someone who was just allowed to be creative. It's the same with Drake. Drake has written probably 80 to 90% of his catalog. In these days where he gotta be at courtside, he's got mad businesses going on, he's living like moving around, touring, recording for blah, 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 pouring hot sauce in a condom. We're going to talk about it. Does he have time to write every line? It's impossible. Like, we rap fans, we live like in a hypothetical world. Like, you're supposed to do all that and still give us the greatest bars that's ever been heard of. It's just not the facts.
Any logical fan should know that.
No, logical fan. No, logical. Yo, A logical fan does not want to hear, like, if they heard that, like, for example, and I'm going back, but if they heard that Jay-Z didn't write a ad lib, they would be probably hurt.
Yeah, but
Because,
like in the studio, everybody help in the studio though. So it's like
yeah,
if any
I
nigga
mean,
sat there and watched the studio
hold on.
session, you
Yo,
know
but when
any nigga
Drake
in there
said
helping.
years ago, yo, like, yo, I just don't want to, everybody knows what it is. And that's why he thought people in the industry would take up for him a little bit, but everybody act like he was the only one who did it. The majority of the time, most of these artists get up in the studio. First of all, maybe a producer sending you a beat with the hook. Or sometimes the producer, just to get a placement, sent you a beat, but got your mans to do the reference. So you're just hearing a track. You're not just hearing the beat. It's not like these motherfuckers. Like, do you think these in the studio like, yo, what should I write? No, like they hear the full track.
Yeah, they hear someone else the whole reference track. That's why we hear Party Next Door doing Rihanna's reference track.
Well, but
yeah.
I'm glad you just said that because I think a lot of people's mentality is that I ain't gonna lie to you. We've only heard Drake's reference tracks keep leaking.
Yeah,
Have
we
you
be
ever?
hearing reference tracks all the time.
We heard one Rihanna reference tracks. We heard a couple Beyonce reference tracks. But when it comes to rap, you know what I mean? I don't think people like a lot of these choruses that you hear from your favorite rappers were probably references. It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Hey,
I feel like fans should,
Hey, Ak, you
fans should just
remember?
step up and realize.
Hey, Ak, you remember a while back you talked about a lot of times certain artists is really your favorite artist because that's the ghostwriters, like your Belly, your Sci the Prince, your St. John's, because those are the people that writes everything for all the bigger artists.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Like now, sometimes really who we think our favorite artist is, like, put it like this. Put it like this. And y'all know, you know, I keep it 100. And Drake is my guy. And I remember even telling him this in when critiquing, I think I was critiquing Certified Lover Boy. I said, man, I wanted to hear tracks like Girls Love Beyonce. But if you ever heard the story about that, allegedly the Weeknd wrote a lot of that. Do you get what I mean? So again, now of course you're not gonna be like, nigga, how you want to hear that? How you want to hear that on Certified Lover Boy when another nigga did? Like, no, like, you know, we married that song to Drake, but from what we heard, or from what I heard, the Weeknd was really instrumental in creating that song. So again, you know what I mean? Like, you get to realize the music industry is just not what people thought it was, where like your fucking favorite artist is just writing shit.